Welcome to Unlock Your Retirement, powered by the Wealthcare Investment Center. We believe that investing in knowledge pays the best interest, especially when it comes to your retirement. On this program, our team of elite advisors will share a wide range of unique and powerful strategies designed to maximize your retirement finances and help you create a life of purpose and fulfillment. The time to unlock your ideal retirement is now. Let's get started.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Unlock Your Retirement with Bruce, Chris, and Bruce, our tri-hosts here. Today, we're going to talk about 401ks, which is very common. Most of our retirees that we sit down with either have one or have had one in the past. If you would like to follow along today, our eGuide is going to be at unlock401k.com. We make this very difficult. So today, for anyone that is a pre-retiree, a high-income earner, self-employed, families with both working, young professionals, small business owners, anyone. These are all the different people that are basically going to benefit from today's show. Basically hitting all the different avenues of 401ks. And also, our big discussion point is always the mistakes that could lead to a financial disaster. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but that's basically what we have to unlock and figure out. So today, we're going to start with one section here, and the phrase was always "be proactive now or pay the price of procrastination later." So I'm going to pass this one on to Chris, and we're going to talk about basically procrastination for setting up or getting into a 401k.
When I first got started in the business, one of the stories and studies that I was shown was from J.P. Morgan, and it had to do with, I think it was Polly the procrastinator and Sally the saver. Sally started when she was 18, put away, some money till she was 25 and then quit saving. And then Polly, she started at 25, putting the same amount away and did it all the way till age 65. And assuming they both earned a 7% return, do you know who ended up with more money, Bruce?
Probably Robbie the Roth IRA.
Well, actually, they ended up with the same amount of money due to just the beauty of compound interest. I believe Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. So the moral of the story is, the younger you are, the earlier you get started in the 401k, the less that you have to put away monthly or weekly out of your paycheck, because of that benefit of compound interest. So just because you're a late saver doesn't mean you can't get there, but you're going to have to do more. So, as you were saying there about, paying the price of procrastination, it quite literally is, extra money out of your paycheck every month or every week to end up with that same amount of retirement savings that someone who, did not procrastinate and, hey, they signed up for the 401k as soon as they were able to. They took advantage of their employer matches the whole time. They don't have to put away as much to end up with that large nest egg when they hit, age 60 or 65 and they're ready to call it quits and retire.
And it's amazing sitting down with people who are on the younger side of the 401k, have been in it since the beginning or what have you, and are putting the contributions into Roth or what have you, and the sizable amounts of money that they've built up over the last 15, 20 years, and then looking at their time frame of retirement, which is just absolutely astounding in some cases. They're able to retire much sooner than they originally anticipated. Next, we're going to go through the level of contributions, and I'll throw this one over to Dad.
Okay, hey, thanks. I want to be clear. We've come up with these new websites that you're going to. So this one, if you want more information on this, the eGuide to go with today's show, additional downloads, workbook, case studies, everything. On each topic we talk about, you can get that information with no cost to you. Just go to unlock401k.com. That's unlock401k.com. No joke. We could take this content and we could spend hours on the air talking to you about it. We'd love, we have a limited amount of time on the air, but we want you to have these resources. If somebody calls our office and they ask us questions about 401ks, one of the things we're going to do is send them to this site and have them download this information, because I think that's one of the biggest problems today. Everybody's in a hurry. We're all high speed, and our attention spans have shortened up, and we've got a million things on our plate. So somebody, you ask a question, and then 20 minutes later, you say, what was the answer to that question? You go, I don't know. So we've worked very hard. I've worked especially hard on this, and built this educational resource so that you have these ready-made resources. And we're going to cover, there's 54 different topics that we're going to be talking about on the air, over in the coming months. But you have access to these. So please, I encourage you to go to unlock401k.com, not only to hear what we're talking about today, but to gain additional information about maximizing your lifetime benefits in retirement. And we talk about maximizing benefits. Obviously, they go hand in hand with contributions. So, as you're in a 401k, in our segment today, the first half of this segment, we're talking about people kind of like before you retire. What should you be doing in your 401k? How do you avoid mistakes? In the second half, we're going to say, well, what about that 401k once you do retire? What are the things that are very important? And a lot of them are carryover, I think, in the second part of the show. But contributions, you're not going to be making them when you're retired. So, how do you build that nest egg as efficiently as possible? You want to pay yourself first. It's terrible. I'm sitting here listening to Chris tell this story about, somebody who invested from 18 to 25 versus 25 to 65. I was telling that story whenever Chris was born. It was 18 to 24 back then, but, they ended up with the same money.
Inflation.
It's like, oh my God, I can't believe they're still telling that story. But, how much you're putting away, this is your future. The thing that young people have is they have something that retirees and older people don't have, and that is the magic of compound interest. They have time. That money has time to matriculate. That money has time to grow. So you want to maximize the contributions to your plan, and with advents in technology and different things that we're able to do now, it's not only do you maximize that contribution, but the type of contribution you're making and your employer is making. Is it going into the Roth 401k, which didn't exist for many, many years, and now we have, with Secure Act 2.0, we're seeing where you can even direct employer matches to go into the Roth as opposed to the traditional account. So one, you're saying, I want to pay taxes once and never again. Other ones, I will pay taxes later. Which strategy makes the most sense, especially long term? You probably have questions on these things, and they're going to require calculations. Give us a call. We have that 20-minute discovery call to find out about your situation and see if we can help you and maximize the value, create added value to what you're doing now. That's 888-888-5601. Give us a call. So maximizing the contributions, and I'm going to kind of jump in here a little bit, Bruce, is also, you say, well, geez, I'm 5 years from retirement. What can I do? I think I got started too late. Well, they've got some new rules out there where you can do catch-up contributions. You can actually contribute more than the person who's just, young and getting started in the 401k. So you want to look at all of these options and kind of, look at your budget and say, okay, how will it affect my paycheck if I increase those contributions, or if I can throw some extra money in because I think I'm going to come up a little short on my retirement, or I'm worried about inflation, or I'm worried about health care. I need to have more money to have a more secure retirement. We can run those calculations for you and help you plan now so that you have a strong retirement. And I think, these are the things that are important, throughout your lifetime. Don't hesitate. Don't wait till you're, 2 weeks from retirement and calling and saying, hey, should I start paying into my 401k plan? It's not the right time to do it. So one of the beauty of having, the next generation in place at Wealthcare is, these guys love talking to young people. They get tired of talking to old people like me. But, we have a good time here. We're always going to be straight with you. You're never going to get a sales pitch. I mean, I love what we've built at Wealthcare, but I really love the team, the way we function as a team. And these guys, I mean, they've stuck around here for 20 years doing this, and they do a great job. So, Bruce, why don't you wrap up this section, and let's talk a little bit about that employer match that's out there for a lot of people in 401ks. People don't really understand how valuable that is.
Yeah, so I mean, just to kind of segue off of Dad's segment here. So contribute early and contribute often. So next, I mean, we're going into the employer match. I mean, if you're not taking full advantage of the employer match, you're leaving free money on the table. It's a consistent question that we have with a lot of our younger retirees, basically trying to establish themselves. And I mean, like Dad just said, pay yourself first. But basically making sure that you can get as much money put away into this retirement plan so that it's going to benefit you down the road. I mean, the biggest concern that we have a lot of clients now that are in these 401ks is, should I contribute to the Roth? Or should I contribute to the pre-tax? I mean, which direction should I really go? I mean, most of the time, our recommendation is going to fall a little bit more towards the Roth, basically because of the tax planning that we do. It's a little bit more advantageous over the long term. But in doing that, I mean, the employer match in some cases, like Dad had said, can go into the Roth section. In some cases, it goes to the pre-tax. Basically, just making sure that you're taking full advantage of getting as much money into that retirement plan as you can during your working years, so that it benefits you a little bit more down the road when you're no longer working and you need that income. So I think that's it for this segment here, but we're, again, just a reminder, unlock401k.com. That's the website to go to. And you can download the guide, a little bit more insight, and more questions to ask. And again, if you have any questions that you would like to direct directly to myself or any of my other tri-hosts here, Bruce, Chris, or Bruce, 888-5601. Thanks. We'll be right back.
Thank you for joining us on Unlock Your Retirement, powered by the Wealthcare Investment Center. Ready to take the next step? Download your free ebook at unlockfreebook.com and learn how to reduce market risk, lower your retirement taxes, and maximize your lifetime retirement benefits. For expert guidance, connect with one of Wealthcare's elite advisors by calling 888-888-5601 or visit unlockyourretirement.com. Don't miss our next episode of Unlock Your Retirement, where your financial future takes center stage.
And now the part that the attorneys love.
Fee-based financial planning and fiduciary services are offered by Wealthcare.com Inc., a Pennsylvania-based investment advisor. Tax-free refers to federal income tax treatment only and may not apply to state, local, or specialized taxes. Tax impact varies by individual and should be considered before transactions. Case studies are hypothetical and do not guarantee results. Recommendations are based on each client's unique data. Wealthcare and Bruce Smith are not affiliated with the Social Security Administration or any government agency. All content is informational and should not be used for financial decisions. Unauthorized use is prohibited.